Greetings and salutations, welcome to episode 6 of the Race of Champions. This is the end of season 5. This is the first possibility where we will find out if one of our teams has won the Premiership. But let's go back to front. Let's start with the two little sad teams in the Vanarama National League that still haven't been promoted, and very surprisingly it's turned out to be Bayern Munich and Paris Saint-Germain. As you can see, they both happily got promoted. As expected, they're the only two decent teams left in this league. I'm hoping that a lot of these smaller teams made some money from it though, because big teams come in, fill the grounds, good revenue and all that sort of stuff. But as we can see, Paris Saint-Germain, Bayern Munich, miles ahead of the rest, picking up the league. So we don't want to know about that. Let's look at League 2. So, my team, Liverpool, back-to-back promotions. Once you get out of that Vanarama, it's obviously a lot easier. You're not competing with the other teams to get promoted. So we should expect that they get promoted every season. So Arsenal came top with 121 points. Liverpool came second with 114. And Luton, because everybody wants to know about Luton, it came third with 82 points. Right, let's just move on. We'll have a look at transfers shortly and stuff, just to see if there's any interesting stuff. But there's big stuff afoot we want to know. Oh, we don't know. Oh, I've come back too early. So what? Okay. Bolton have won League 1 because reasons. That's bizarre. I really didn't expect that. Man United came second, got promoted. Juventus finished 6th. Yes, that's 6th position in the league. But they are in the playoff final. When is their game? Do I just go on? Okay, let's just move on a day. Don't look, everybody. Don't look. In case there's any spoilers. Blah, blah, blah. Don't look. Stop looking. Close your eyes. I'll tell you when to open them. Shh. I don't know. I'm putting my hand over the monitor as if that's somehow going to help. Ba. That's weird. Normally I come back on there and it's all done. So that's just right. We're back. So Juventus did win the playoff final there. Scraped. Wow, I'm so surprised. My mind is boggled. Bromley, the mighty Bromley, Colchester finishing above Juventus. That's amazing. Bolton smashing Man United, winning the league by 9 points. Right, Championship. Let's move on. Championship. Sorry, Chelsea fans. So Barcelona won the league by just about 5 points. Because as you can see, as we've looked at the transfers the last few seasons, the teams haven't been getting that money and that big TV revenue. So their teams have declined slightly. Most of the teams have done quite well to hold on to their players. But obviously other teams around them have strengthened. And they're struggling to go up. As you can see, Barcelona won the league by only 5 points over Blackburn. Chelsea came 4th and lost in the playoff final to Fulham. What was the result? 2-0. Oh, dear God. Right, this is much more surprising than I thought it was. So the Championship could be anything then. Championship. Oh, that was the Championship. I'm being a pleb. Right. Hang on, am I going mental? Am I... Yeah. Sorry. I'm so confused. League 1. Right, that is League 1 league table. Bolton, Manchester United. Right. Barcelona, Blackburn. I was just having a proper brain fart then. My mind just boggled. Right. Okay, here we go. So this is the first possibility to see if a team has won the Premiership. The Race of Champions winner. They have done it. It's Real Madrid. Back-to-back every year. And they managed to win the Premiership in their first season. I'm very, very surprised that's happened. If you look at the other team that got promoted, Manchester City, 53 points. Huge. So I'll shortly work out who the winner is, but let me just have a look at transfers. Wow, I'm very surprised, especially after looking at that Championship. Who actually, that they actually managed to do that, because that's quite an achievement. Right, so let's have a look at Bayern Munich. So they got rid of Manuel Neuer on a free transfer. Where did he go to? Inter Milan, because a lot of the problems is because they can't re-sign those big contracts and stuff. So you can pause it if you want to look at any other players, but no big sales, and they spent some money. Simon Mignolet is playing for Bayern Munich. That's funny. Jadson, Jack Grealish on a loan. Richard Stearman, okay, of course. Not too many exciting things on the front for Bayern. Paris Saint-Germain. Wow, they've been busy. They sold £46 million, so it's really affecting them now. They sold Martial, who they previously bought from Manchester United for £24 million. Verratti went for £21 million. They're the two big sales. They bought in Glenn Ovid Syverson for £10 million. Lots of loans. Reece Burke, who's the sort of defender midfielder, isn't he? The youngster, decent player, £6.5 million. I'm flabbergasted that they did it in the first season. Real Madrid. League table. Let's have a look at Arsenal. Sales. Oxlade-Chamberlain went to Leicester, and they just got a bunch of freebies. You can look at that if there's anybody important. Point out in the comments if I've missed anybody huge. They loaned Jack Wilshere from Real Madrid. Okay. Of course, that makes sense. Right, now Liverpool. What have you done, Liverpool? We know you've sold Simon Mignolet, which can never be a bad thing. Nobody else, and just a couple of Jack Colback, fucking hell. And a bunch of loans. So they're making use of the loans better now, which makes sense. League One. This was the one that blew me away. The fact Man United and Juventus struggled so much. Let's have a look if we can see why in the transfers. So they sold Ander Herrera for 14 million and Luke Shaw for 50 million to Real Madrid. They then bought in a bunch of freebies. Nobody particularly exciting, and loans. So they did sell again. But come on, they should be enough to win League One, for Christ's sake. Now, this is an interesting one, Juventus. So they sold £40 million. Paul Pogba was the big one to Real Madrid. So I think the benefit... So as we can start seeing, the benefit here is that because Real Madrid were the first to get into the Premiership, they were the first to get that TV money, they basically would then be able to pick apart all these teams that haven't been promoted yet or are in the lower leagues, because all their players would want to leave. So I think that's what happened, is that they were then to poach the best players. Like Paul Pogba, 28 million's a lot, but he should be going for a lot more than that. And I think that's why Bonucci went to Lazio. They've bought a few players in. George Williams, Ashley Westwood on loan from Paul Dummett, brilliant, and a bunch of others. Juventus, we've done Man United, haven't we? Championship. So Barcelona won that just about. Not an easy season. Sold Sergio Busquets for 21 million. That was about the only big... Oh no, Gerard Piqué went to Inter Milan for 13 million. They were the two big sales, but they did spend a crap ton of money. Fuck me! So they got Jack Bidwell, Shaja Ojo, who's the Liverpool youngster who I quite like, Phil Jones on a free, Voldemort for 1.2, Josh Vella, the Bolton kiddie, for 2.6, Chowdhury from Leicester for 8, Carl Walker-Peters. They signed a ton. Joe Gomez 8.5. Hull, they just sort of raped Hull. Bilic for 12 million. He's sort of defensive midfielder, defender. Dickman, brilliant name. So they have spent a crap ton of money. That is very surprising. They're the only team that we've seen so far that spent a lot of money. Let's look at Chelsea, who obviously failed in the playoffs. They sold 26 million. Babaraman, another great name, and Andreas Christensen for 18. But they did spend a ton of money as well. How do you not get promoted spending that sort of fucking money? That is madness. Any real big signings? Valverde for 9. Axel Seri for 9. Bunch of players there. Troy Deeney, 375k. Wow, Chelsea, wow. We'll have a look at the managers as well quickly. Let's just have a quick look at the managers, because that's always quite fun. It's quite depressing actually to see who's managing your team. I think Liverpool have got Gary Monk, so Alex Neil is Bayern Munich manager. That was the same as before. Laurent Blanc is amazingly still Paris Saint-Germain manager, even though he's only just got promoted from the Panorama. That is special. Arsenal, Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank still. It's going to be Gary Monk, isn't it? Fucking Gary Monk at Liverpool. These are the ones I'm interested in because they got promoted, but this is a failure of the season. Jokanovic for Manchester United. He's been there a couple of seasons. Eddie Howe, that is a fucking pick-up and a half. That is. I think he's one of the best English managers around. I don't know whether he joined recently. I can't be asked to look. I'm not that bothered. But hopefully going forward, they did get promoted, so he'll keep his job regardless. So that's good. Eddie Howe's a great shout. It's interesting that he's took the step down to manage one of these big teams. Barcelona. What the fuck? Samuel Eto'o is manager of Barcelona? What in the world? Okay, go. Yeah, fine. Chelsea. Nigel Clough. There you go, Chelsea fans. If you wanted a reason why your team failed, it's because Nigel Clough is your manager. Right, Real Madrid, I imagine it's still Zinedine Zidane. He's won every division he's played in. Manchester City, Carlo Ancelotti. Was he there before? I can't remember. Let's have a look at the transfers. We know that Real Madrid spent money, but did they have to sell a lot to get there? No, they didn't sell at all. They got their TV money and went, look, let's push on. They didn't sign a massive amount of players. We've seen most of these players. Luke Shaw, Paul Pogba, Jordan Rossiter, who's the Liverpool youngster, who becomes a decent player in FM. Not amazing, but David Calabria. So they just signed a bunch of very important first-team players, it looks like, and then just got on with it. Manchester City. So they sold Ashley Williams for 300k, Fabian Del for 2.4, Montoya for 3.4. So they sold 17, but they spent 120 million pounds. Digney, the right back, left back, bollocks, so close. Jablonski, no idea. Verdi for 11 million. Lorenzo Christie for 28 million, sort of defensive midfielder. Luis Suarez. I feel dirty. I didn't see him go from Barcelona. Man City. That would break my heart if I saw Luis Suarez at Man City. Benjamin Stambouli, Sergio Busquets, who we saw. Ryan Gould, the young Scottish player. That's a lot of money though. 21 million, and then a couple of others. Forsu Mensah, 6.7. So they spent a crap ton. So that is actually a very disappointing season, I would say, for Man City. They're only just outside Europa, so they're going to push on and stuff like that. Right, so there we go. Right, now I'm just going to go and check out who wins the competition now. Go back through those comments in the first episode to see who won the competition that I started there. So just hold on for a moment. Hold the line, please. Right, I've just had a look at gone through all the comments on that first video to see, and there were 6 people that said Real Madrid were going to be the ones to win the league first. Here's the name. I'll give a shout out to you all because there was only 6, so well done for guessing the right team. So that's Red Panda, apologies if I murder your names, Alexander Axtell, Ben Cochran, Master Ches, Robbie Sharkey, and Alexander Murgia. I've murdered that name. So the person who said it was going to be soonest, and nobody guessed the right year, but the person closest was Ben Cochran, who said 2023. Panda said 2023. Ben Cochran said 2022. Panda said 2023. Sharky said 2023. Ches and Mergia said... Ches said 2025. Mergia said 2024. And Axtell said 2025. So well done, guys. Nobody got the correct year. 2 years off. I don't think anybody expected the teams to win in that first year in the Premiership. But Ben Cochran, you are the winner of the Steam game. I'll leave in the details in the description box of how you can add me on Steam, and we'll get that game sorted for you, mate. And so add me on Steam in the description, and then we'll get that game sorted. Thank you very much for joining me, guys. I think it was a very interesting. I'm I think I'm less surprised about Real Madrid winning than I was the League One table. That has just astounded me as to how bad the two teams were in League One. Like, fair enough, they both got promoted in the end, so that's all that really matters. But Jesus Christ, Bolton, the mighty Bolton, winning the league. What I'm going to do is obviously the Race of Champions is now finished, but I think just for, I think it will be interesting to me anyway, but it might be to a few other people, is I'm going to maybe go another 5 years, just do one more episode, and I'll go 5 years into the future, just to see, or maybe even 10 years, I don't know yet, but just to see how the leagues have all panned out. Because surely in 5-10 years, all the big teams are then going to be in the Premiership, and give it time to settle and to see. So we'll go 10 years, I think, and just to see how all those teams are doing, who's actually the big dominant force in the league. I think obviously Real Madrid are going to have a big head start, so they could be the dominant force for the next few years. But let's see. I want to see the mighty Liverpool get back up there. And see if Bayern Munich ever get to the Premiership. That would be a fun one. So thank you very much for joining me, guys. Let me know in the comments if you enjoyed this sort of series, something a bit different, in a sort of interesting experiment to see how all the teams panned out. But let me know in the comments if you enjoyed it or not. And thank you very much for everybody that entered the competition at the start there. Like I said, Ben, let me know, add me on Steam and we'll get that sorted for you, buddy. And I will see you in the next episode. If you're new to the place, hit the subscribe button. Also go out and check out my Bolton save. If you're not caught up with my Bolton save, I've done a catch-up video a couple of episodes ago, so you don't have to watch all the previous videos. You can just jump straight in. And I will see you in the next video, guys. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.